Well, we're back. It's February 26th, and we're back for the first time in 2 months to the family cabin. It's 56 degrees right now, and around 10:30, and it's supposed to go up to almost 70. So, thought it'd be a good time to come down and check things out. I've been dealing with some gout in my foot. Connie, my wife, rolled her foot and she was down for 2 weeks. And then my mother-in-law has been having some heart problems. So this is the first real opportunity I have to be back. Let there be light. And there was light. Good morning, Mom and Dad. Nothing seems out of place. Electricity went off for at least 2.5 hours. I'll reset that. It's cool in here, so if it warms up to almost 70, I'll open up the doors. Warmer out here than it is in there. Let's open up the screen doors. And then we'll take a walk around. Part of this is a welfare check. There we go. And part of this, I brought a new temporary fence for keep the geese out. They are back, some of them probably to nest. That's me blowing out my lips because this is difficult, especially with one hand. There we go. Plastic yard barn looks okay, and the temporary one. I was worried about having some torn panes. Let's see, the water. That's a good thing. You can already tell the water level. There's water back up into the ditch. And the pier seems to be sitting level. So we've had plenty of rain over the winter, the last 2 months. And I'm hoping I'll take a walk down to the fence around the overflow. But it may be just slightly high. It looks like it's leaning up a little bit, but that may be one of the jobs we do. You can see the water's up beyond the limestone. Hole in here for some reason. It's been where our plant was. But that's part of the problem. With the water here, the bank is just so slowly going to want to roll out into the water. Somebody cut up some big logs. Maybe that's what one of the things I'll do is if I feel energetic, is split some logs. Well, there's still greenery on this, what was a dead patch. So hopefully the grass is going to come back on it okay. Outside of the cabin or lodge is looking fairly good. When I see Stuff like that makes me think that there's sawdust occurring on the inside here. I'll have to take a look. The security camera gave me a warning that the batteries are low, so I'm going to change out the batteries. And I may do a couple other things. You know how energetic I feel. I'm gonna check the pump room. Should have been unused, so it's still fairly clean. Everything in place. Light works. It'll be at least another month and a half probably before I turn the water on at least. Get back here and lock it. Walk on back. Porch roof is still deteriorating on Pat and John's sleeper. And John's sleeper is looking okay. Sarah's sleeper is looking okay. Walk back here on the other side of the road, on the north side. This is where I've got some wildflower seeds to sow out here. I sowed some in the fall, hoping that they'll come up, but I'm going to sow more once the soil warms up more. Looks pretty good from where I mowed it. This is the last place I mowed. And down here where I cleaned out, there's Eurasian hollies, or honeysuckle, that's what they are. Eurasian honeysuckle. Still like to get rid of these stumps. 3 there and a big one there. But that's down on the list right now. Mostly I wanted to check and see how water seems to be flowing. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day. Blue skies, plenty of sunshine. Almost 70 degrees if it doesn't hit 70. It says it's going to hit 70 in Sullivan. So maybe I'll just lounge around and do nothing. I doubt if I can do that, but looks like we've got a mole back there behind the outhouse. But everything else is looking okay. So I was here in middle of December. I missed January. I'm back at the end of February, so just 1 month we didn't pay attention to it. Got a shingle I need to replace on the bathroom. I'm going to turn you off, and then I got some stuff in the van I need to take in, and then I'll get started on something, maybe. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Big-winged blackbirds are singing like crazy, and all the birds are really feeling the spring. Oh, later. Well, according to my phone, it's almost 60. I started to unzip my sweatshirt. It's out of the south. It's a nice warm breeze. I'm going to walk over now and take a look at the overflow. I would hope that we've got water going through it. With the level of the lake right now, it should be right at overflow level. There may be a lot of leaves that need to be cleaned out. If so, I'll bring a rake back over and see if I can't clean it up a little bit later. But for right now, I just need to check. Looks like they got a nice paddle boat. It's got a lot of work done. He's closed off the end of the cabin. It's hard to do this stuff by yourself. Well, the main fence around the outside is not that dirty. Now there is some leaves and stuff inside of that are up against the inner fence. See if we can bring it a little bit. You can see the outer fence is fairly clear. There is some stuff coming in the inner fence. I'll bring a rake down later and let's go over and see what the overflow itself looks like. Just a touch of water in it. So water has been flowing, which is a good thing. Hopefully it is keeping the water level near what is normal. I think it's always going to be an inch or two above normal with this ditch, but it's better than what it was. And hopefully I'll bring a rake back over here and try to get down there without falling on my butt and see if I can't clean that out a little at the bottom. And see if that'll make a difference with how the water flows. So I shall be back. Well, I can get down there without falling on my face or my butt. Oh my butt. Fairly clean now, and water's still not flowing right. So it's at the level. It's a ditch back here. So this is about as much as we can do right now. I'm just glad that it's about it. What we would consider a normal range right now. So, all I can do, and I can't do no more for today. When spring rain starts, we'll be able to tell more. stair steps I made last year. There's still a little bit of them here, so even this old man can climb up them. Now, on to something else. I want to open up the door. Back here later. Hold the triangle. They're all running. I'll turn them off, put them back, go on to something else. Put the end pole in and drive the others in. Got the fence in here. Got a bunch of wire ties, and then put the fence up after that. be able to launch the boat here. We'll cross it easily. Now I need to put the stakes along the creek, and then I'll put fencing up. I threw away the orange fencing from there. I saved it because it wasn't in that bad a shape since it's in the shade, but we'll just do green on everything. I don't think the green is obnoxious. Now I'm going to work on the creek side. And that is that job done. And the next job I want to do, I need to move that step. And I'm going to have to take off that last board. I need to take off the hinges on either side to give us stability. And then there's in fact, there's two connections. You can see them. There's one, and then there's two. And they just have a pin through them, and they allow the dock to go up and down. And I need to take those off. And what I'd like to do is, now that the water's up a little bit, I'll tie some rope to this and try to pull it in as far as I can into the ditch, into this creek where we can work on it. And I need to start stripping the top of this off so I can check the joist. I'm sure I'm going to have to replace some. So what I want to do is try to get it pulled back into there and tied off on a couple of trees. So we'll get back when we start working on that. Okay, now I'm wanting to disconnect the pier from the deck and pull it up into the creek. Move the big log that had washed up into the creek. I've got the pier tied off to that pole. I've got that one ready. I've got it tied over there. I can get up there and pull it. First thing I want to do, I don't know if you can see, this board is fairly rotten. This is the board I need to get up. So I'm just gonna take and try to pop it up, which I think it's going to do easily enough. It's extremely rotted. Need my fat butt behind it. Over here and let you see there's a couple of anchor points with cinch pins in them. I'll remove them without hopefully dropping it. And I can disconnect the braces on the end. Second one, I need to put the screwdriver, be able to knock the pins out. Didn't lose. Why is it gets a little hard to crawl on one's knees as you get older? Because of all the pain in them. Two we got out. Oh. Now it's up here where I can work on it a little easier. Won't be rocking as much since it's sitting on the bottom most of the time. If it was a little bit more, I'll pull it back, pull it up a little. But I'm gonna tie it off to 2 trees. I think that'll hold it. So that may be the last thing I do today. Okay, one more thing I'm going to do before I leave, finish up. Let's go ahead and take the ladder off. Put the ladder over here, and that way I have it all ready to skip. Two different size bolts. I need a smaller wrench. One more trip and I'll be wondering why I didn't bring the socket set out. Well, I'm about ready to get out of here. I've done everything I want to, but I'm tired. Not used to working back down here after the winter, so I'm about ready to leave. We're going to do a walk by to see what's all been done. I started all the mowers. Opened up this temporary shed. It rode out the winter pretty well. Oh, so this is its second winter that it lasted. Still want to get another bigger yard barn so we can get everything in one. Oh, yep, I'm tired. I got the goose fence back up. I bought a green fence this year out on Amazon. So hopefully it's not as objectionable. You can see I removed the pier from the end of the deck, and I've got it pulled up and strapped off, tied off to 2 trees so that I can start working on it. I need to check out the joist. First I need to strip all the deck lumber off of it and then check the joist. I know there's going to be some I'm going to have to replace. Water is back up. Basically what would normally be called normal right now, which I think is about 2 inches higher than the old normal. But the overflow ditch, that it is filled in somewhat, so I think 2 inches we're going to have to live with for now. But you can see that the water is back up, coming back up underneath the deck a little. I walked down to the overflow and checked the 2 pieces of fencing. There's one right over the end of the pipe and one surrounding the pipe about 3 feet out. It was clear. I did clean off the fencing by the pipe, but still no water. I mean, the water is up to what I would call normal now. Anything over this, and it should flow out the overflow. It's full of leaves and other things. We just have to keep an eye on it. Someone's been down and cut up some of the tree the oak tree that they dropped in Cornick's yard. So there's wood available if somebody wants to split it. Firewood available if somebody wants to split it. It's I think almost 70 degrees now. Sure feels it. Blue skies, sunshine, beautiful day. I got about 3 or 4 things done and it wore me out. So I just need to close up the cabin, lock the screen doors, and I'm out of here. So until the next time, take care of yourself and stay safe. And hopefully I'll be back down in a week or 2, depending on the weather. Hopefully it doesn't turn winter again. Don't know if you noticed it. I'll show you one more time. But the maple tree out by the pier, is budded out. It's got the fuzzy buds all over it. So if we get some more cold weather, it's going to hurt that tree. But until then, we'll see you.